Hi, this is Andy Scott with North Shore Apartments and Condos. I'm walking into 725 Washington, number 302. This is a really nice one bedroom. We walk in, the bathroom, which I'll go into later, is behind that door. The living room is facing the front of the building, which is really terrific. Lots of natural light. But before we go in, there's the door I just came in, and we have this maybe 6 by 5 entry area that has as part of it this nice entry closet. And you can see it's probably about 5 feet across, maybe a little less than 2 feet deep. Lots of room for shoes and boots and coats. There's a shelf and a hanging bar, and then there's more storage up above that I can't reach. So we'll go in. So the bathroom is there, the bedroom is there, and we'll come back and look at both of those. As we look into the living room, we see we're facing, wow, south. The windows in front of us are south, and the windows on the right are west, so you really get a lot of natural light. There's a ceiling fan, a big radiator. It is carpeted, but the carpet is it was new when she moved in a year or so ago. I'm going to walk in towards the window. We're looking out onto Washington, which is a one-way street, very quiet street. Across the street is a park, which is really nice. From the living room, the radiators in the living room, we can look into the dining area and see just a sliver of the kitchen. Turning around from the window, and I'll just roll you down this way. So it's probably about 13 feet long by 11 feet across, something like that. We have a big living room closet, which I'll walk to and open up. This closet has shelves. It's about 6 feet across, not quite 2 feet deep, lots of shelves. You can see it's very good for storing lots of stuff. I can't really open this other side, but it goes quite a ways back. Okay, again, there's where we came in. We're going down through the living room, windows facing south, and at the contiguous with the living room is this dining area. Probably about 10 by 8, easily big enough for a 2 or small 4-person table. She has a workstation here, another window facing south. Looks like there's a little cat bed there. And from the dining area, we look into the kitchen. Kitchen was remodeled last year. That's how I know the carpet was new. Lots and lots of cabinets, very good storage. The countertop is a laminate rather than a rock, but it looks very pretty. New stainless steel sink, not brand new, but a newer stove. Very nice fridge, very nice microwave. The floor is a laminate hardwood, which is really nice. So let's go in and take a look. Big 4-burner stove. And again, this is an occupied apartment, but still very clean. Microwave is the same way. It could use a little bit of cleaning, but we will of course do that. Big cabinets all around. So that actually is like a 3-foot cabinet with 4 shelves. And there you have a standard 2-foot cabinet. And there you have another 3-foot cabinet. So a lot of storage. Underneath you have drawers. You've got 3 drawers, which is super convenient. Not much counter space on this side, but another drawer and more storage underneath. And that would typically be for like cookie sheets, that kind of thing. If I turn around, we do have some decent counter space there, maybe even good counter space. Again, this is a laminate rather than rock, but it looks very pretty. Got an outlet at the end should you want to plug in a microwave or a Keurig. Good water pressure. she's got a filter on the water, but Evanston has just changed out all its pipes to get rid of all the lead pipes. So I don't think the filter is really necessary. She's also got a hose attachment so you can spray your dishes. I showed you underneath the sink to show you that it was dry. Up above the sink, we have a bank of cabinets, rather. These are big cabinets. I don't know that this is a full 3 feet, but it's way more than 2. So it's 2.5, probably 32 inches. 4 shelves. The shelves are about 12 inches deep. So that's really nice. And you've got a lot of them. So there's one in between, and there you have another full set. So that's really a lot of storage. Underneath the counter, you've got drawers again, and again you have a lot of them. So that's nice. And underneath the drawers are the the deep cabinets where you can put things like a blender or a Keurig or pots and pans. So really a nice kitchen. Very complete. And I'll step back so you can see the cabinets and the stainless steel sink. And if I step to this side, you can see the appliances and more cabinets. And what I forgot to show you was the fridge. Whoops, nice stainless steel fridge. Freezer on top, shelves to the right. And underneath, you have a nice big refrigerator with a crisper drawer, cold truck, cold cut dish, butter dish, or cold cut drawer. It's really a nice appliances. They all need to be cleaned a little, but it's a newer, very nicely laid out kitchen. So we walk back through the dining area, through the living area, past the big living room closet. We get back to the entryway and the front door, and we take a look at the bathroom. Now, I know nobody's here, so I'm not taking too many chances. I'm going to turn on the light. We have newer floors, again, a laminate floor. Nice sink, standard vintage commode, medicine cabinet, new tiles all the way around. Tub needs to be cleaned a little, but the tiles are pristine and were installed last year. Let's check the water pressure. We go all the way to the right, or rather all the way to the left. The shower head is probably about 6'5", and you can see the shower pressure is very good, and that's all the way on hot. So it's draining nicely, so we'll shut that down. Let that drain out and close this up. Back out and show you the bathroom one more time. From the bath, if we were to go to our left, we'd get into the bedroom. Okay, the bedroom. She's got a big bed. This is at least a queen. I'd say it was a queen. You still have quite a bit of space over here. The window is facing west. You do have a nice ceiling fan, which is great, and a nice big bedroom closet, which is really big. Let's see if you can see all the way back there. That's probably 8 feet back. 2 shelves, hanging bars on the left and going across. And you can see it's just an acre of stuff in there. There is a light fixture, but I'm not sure how I turn it on. Oh, there we go. That helps you see how big this closet is. So it's a massive closet. From the closet, we look back across the big bed, and we see that we have room for a little bit of furniture. And again, it's carpeted. So bedroom, massive closet. We come out of the bedroom Looking into the living room. To the right is the bath. Around the corner from the living room is the dining area and the kitchen. And that brings us back to the front door. Thank you.